Might be something that we gotta mess with here. Give us 1 second, guys.
Two friends brought together through the power of the internet
I'm killing Clover!
decided to take on a challenge to find the best co-op games ever made.
Here, on this way. No, I don't.
Together they embarked on a journey through time, rediscovering the magic of classic games and sharing their adventures with the world.
Take back everything I said about this. I completely take it back.
Worst game ever.
Welcome to Just the Great Retro, where, despite the name, we do play horrible games. We hope you enjoy this content as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Chronic, and this is my longtime friend, Jory.
Hey guys, I'm Jory.
And together, we are the two halves of the Just the Great Retro team.
Today we're going to be starting a new series. This is a look at all the co-op games from the past 30 years.
We have a list of over 500 games that Jory and I are going to play through and rank on a scale of 1 to 10.
And by the end of the series, we're going to have a top 50 list of the best co-op games that we've played.
To make our lives a bit easier, we will be sticking to console and arcade games, as well as sticking to games before the Xbox 360 and PS3 were released, as these games are mostly readily available on modern consoles.
We want to find all the forgotten gems of the past and bring them back to the limelight where they deserve to live.
We hope you guys enjoy this series, and don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and helps us continue to make content for you guys. Thank you. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers was released in Japan and North America in 1990 for the NES, and later in Europe in 1991. If you were a fan of the original show growing up, this would have been a blast to play. The characters are simple, but are very obviously the beloved characters that we followed on countless adventures. Aside from the limitations of the NES, the level design is fairly unique and the game itself is fairly long as well as kind of difficult. The problems really only show through when you look at this game as a co-op game.
This really just feels like one of those games that you hand your little brother the other controller and just let him feel like he's playing. However, unlike other titles where you can bake it and just let him think he's playing, Chip 'n Dale does have a built-in two-player mode. That being said, the two-player mode almost just feels like a hidden hard mode more than a co-op experience.
When the game is played with a single player, you are able to run through full speed and get through the levels pretty quickly with little to no damage. But when you add that second player, the screen lags and lags behind the slower player, making either player lose track of where they are and causing death and damage to occur more frequently.
While progressing through the levels, it became increasingly clear that overall, the second player felt more like an afterthought. Even when trying to do things as a team, limitations of the play space and the simple mechanics made it almost impossible. This being cemented by the fact that the final boss of the various areas only had one way of being damaged.
Looking past the second player problem, there is an interesting mix of enemies to deal with on the levels, including some sneaky ones. The levels are a good size and feel like they could be fun to speedrun, and the bosses are fun even though they are kind of easy to beat for some reason with all damage due to a red ball. I wonder if it's the same ball.
Calling this a co-op game is a bit of a stretch. While you might be able to call it a multiplayer game, this would not be considered a cooperative experience in our eyes. Don't get me wrong, we had a lot of fun playing the game overall, and as a standalone single-player game, I'd easily give it at least a 7 acorns out of 10. But as a co-op game, it maybe only gets a 3 acorns.
Because of the game not being fun for both players, we decided not to continue playing all the way through. If a full playthrough is something you guys would like to see, please let us know in the comments. Overall, I had a lot of fun playing this one. I do hope that the second Chip 'n Dale title pays a bit more attention to that second player. But that's a video for further down the road.
Next week, we'll be playing Aero Fighters for the SNES, originally an arcade cabinet, and a recommendation from Chronic. Hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. Until next time, we'll catch you later.
It's weird that it doesn't bring you back. Oh my, what was that? All right, well that was Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.